But then you put him to let's talk about Job. You hate this Lucifer so much that if your creation that you love so much listen to him, you would cause them to burn in a lake of fire forever. That is how much you hate him, but you cannot kill him. And then you cannot stop him from getting close to you, but he has the freedom to come close to you to challenge you on who is in control of your creation. And then the banter came to a point where you gave him authority over Job's life and tell him, do not kill him, but whatever you want, do to. The righteousness of a man is but a filthy rag in the eyes of God, right? I would never do that to my child. To prove a point to my neighbor, maybe I have a haunted house and I'm traveling, and I told my son, do not leave this house, else someone else will come take possession of it. And I tell my neighbor, he's never going to disobey me, no matter what. My neighbor said, watch, let me deal with him and see if he runs away from the house or not. And then my son gets to lose 10 kids, 7 sons, 3 daughters. Would you put your child through such pain? Ever? Would you? If you say, yeah, no matter what your reason is, may you bury your own kids and may those reasons you pointed out be your reward for it. So if you sit back and listen to the story of Job and you're okay with it, you should be okay with every evil happening to you in your life right now. You should be okay with it. Now, I'm not trying to challenge the creator. Like I said, I believe there is a creator. And the word belief is a doubt. Belief is accepting something without evidence, right? I know my dad is my dad, right? I know my mom is my mom. But for you to believe in God, in a God, it means there is an element of doubt and you're choosing to accept it, right? So I believe there is a creator, hoping that someday we'll find him, because we are not looking for him right now. We're taking everything that was sold to us hook, line, and sinker. Nobody's trying to find a creator. And besides, you've got to know that the fact that you're creative, the fact that you can create doesn't mean you command an army. If you go back to the Sumerian tablets about Enki and Enlil, you would understand what I'm trying to say now. Enki is a gifted hand that creates things, but he's not the one in charge. Enlil is. If you believe in history, you should know that the letter J was invented by an Italian linguistics teacher, or whatever they call it back then. I think it was in the 14th century or what. So roughly, I forgot the actual year, 15 something, but roughly the letter J is around 502 years now. So how does a man who has existed before existence, a God, bear Jehovah that starts with J, or his son Jesus Christ, who existed over 2,100 years ago, bear Jesus, a name that starts with a J that is barely 500 years? Are you thinking right now? Now, I'm not disputing the fact that there is a creator. I am asking the question, did God, G-O-D, create man, or did man create G-O-D? Are you supposed to be looking for God, or are you supposed to be looking for the creator? This is the point I'm trying to make here. And when you talk about the fact that the book that tells you everything about God today was actually put together by an emperor who is a conqueror, ruthless, a ruthless pagan who got 300 bishops in Nicaea, a town in the modern day Turkey. And then they brought together all the scrolls they got from different lands that they conquered and stuff. Christianity was a chaos back then, different versions of it. And he's trying to control the world with Christianity because it's fast growing. So he brought them together and they actually chose. When we talk about indoctrination, let's put it this way. You went to school and then you got in a fight, and you know that your parents don't want you fighting, right? If you do that, they'll whoop you. So, and you know the school will definitely call and tell them, or when they come to drop you off the next day, they will tell them. So you came home and give them a narrative that paints you as a victim just trying to defend his or her dignity. You have indoctrinated your parents to get on your side. If you give them the full story, they will have the power to actually decipher who went wrong and what to do with the information, right? But when they take out some or add